Hello. Okay, it's one of those days still. Got some good news actually. I've been on the weather where I live anyway. I've been on the weather where I live, and from Tuesday onwards we got some nice, well not nice, we got some reasonable weather from Tuesday onwards. Monday is going to be, I think, 40 to 50 mile an hour winds again still. And then things will cheer up. So from Tuesday, I think we're heading towards spring. I've had a look. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday is no major winds, you know, like 40 or 50 or 60 mile an hour. So I think they're on their way out. I think. Let's hope so. Clocks go forward on the 29th of March. So we only got a month, haven't we, really? Another 4 weeks. And if you're one of these people that suffer from SAD, seasonal affective disorder, it's about to leave us. I think we all suffer from that to some degree, because how can you not? How can you not? When you've got a deficiency of vitamin D, which is what we get from Mr. Solarface when we're outside, we don't go out at this time of year. I think we should. Well, I get a bit stir crazy. I think everybody knows that really. I go out every single day, unless it's tipping it down, then I don't bother. But I try and get out and about as often as I possibly can. Cheers. Just notice that the camera is slightly high. Let me just lower you down. Is that any better? That's better, isn't it? And then you can see me properly. I've got a new t-shirt. Look at this. I absolutely love it. Love it, I tells you. Glorious. So I think to a degree we all suffer from that. I try and get out every single day, as I said, and we can make excuses. Oh, it's too cold, it's too wet out there. And yes, it is too cold sometimes, and yes, it is too wet sometimes. There's always moments during the day. I've always found there are moments during the day that we can get out and about and enjoy it. Even if it's standing in the garden between showers, even if it's just close your eyes and breathe. Do it, you know. Try and get out if you can. Somebody once said, if you can get outside, why not? You know, surely it's better for our mental health and physical health if we can get outside. It must be better, mustn't it? Just breathe. Okay, this is a video about not a lot really. I just thought I'd check in, as it were. The 27th, that's Thursday the 27th, I got 2 paintings. This one's a bit different. There we go. This is called Wait in Vain. You'll see it properly on my other channel, Ishi Art. And you'll see some photos on eBay at some stage, well, 27th. So that's called Wait in Vain. And this is called Maitreya's Dance. Maitreya's Dance. Maitreya's Dance, that side, and Wait in Vain, that side. So they will be up on the 27th. Then, the following week, whatever that'll be, I'm going to have my art sale. I put a little clip on maybe a week or so ago, something like that, just to show you some pieces that are coming up. I think I'm going to have somewhere 10 or even 12 pieces. I think I haven't really decided what's going and what's not, excuse me, but I think 10 or 12 pieces. Just check my mic's on, which it is. I check it about midway of the bloody video, don't I? Yeah, so I've been living here a year next month, so I will definitely make a video about that as well. But kind of to celebrate that, I decided that I would have an art sale, and it's March Madness, and why not, you know. So if you ever wanted a piece of art from me and you couldn't afford it, maybe next week onwards is your chance, maybe. We'll see. They're all going to be at a very low starting price. Now, I've treated myself, I think I mentioned this in the video, but I don't know. One of my favourite all-time albums ever is Love by the Colts. And this, I don't know if you can, which way up is it? That way. Can you read that? I think it says extended edition. No, so remastered and extended edition. So you've got the full album tracks on there, but they're all longer, they're remastered, totally remastered. And then you've got the singles and bits and bobs of around the time they were in the studio when they did Love. So I'm really pleased. I only got that yesterday. I haven't played it. Just finishing off work actually last night, so I haven't played it. But that is, it's Sunday while I'm making this, so I plan to put it on. Come on, you know you want to. There we go. Wonderful. And it's got all the lyrics there to the B-side, in other words all the singles, and it's got here that, believe it or not, all that tiny little writing, that is all the lyrics to the A-side, in other words to the album Love itself. There's the Cult, Love. So I'm really pleased about that. I do love this album so much. I think it came out in 85 or 86 originally, and you know what happens, I bought it on LP. Then I think cassettes were about as well, so I bought it on the cassette so I could have it in my car, that sort of thing. And it wasn't very long, then it came out on CD, not long after that, and I bought it on CD and I literally played it and played it and played it to death. I saw a sale, I don't know, whatever, Amazon or whatever, a few years back, and they had all new stuff on there, but it was dirt cheap for some reason, and I bought it again only because really I'd knackered the cover up just reading lyrics and looking at it and just owning it for 10 or 20 years, you know. So I bought it again for about £2, something like that, and now I've gone and bought it again. But this one is like the as far as I'm concerned, it's like the ultimate final edition. You know, if you love your music, then why not have the very best that it can possibly be? You know, I don't like downloads and stuff like that, because I know you get a good copy of it when it's a download, but then you end up playing it through your bloody speakers on your laptop or whatever, and you don't get the full richness, do you? Not really. That CD will go into what I call the lounge, and it'll go onto my big stereo system in there and be played at a fairly loud volume, and I'll thoroughly enjoy it. So will all the neighbours. So that's nice. So that's really good. I'm really pleased that I've got that. I can't remember when that came out. I think it came out in 2000. No, would it have been 2010? Who knows? I don't know. I haven't done any research whatsoever. Right. So we're just going to have our Slurpee. I'm going to do roast dinner today. Got roast chicken and stuff like that. So it's 11:07 in the morning. I want to have a hoover up, tidy round, stuff like that, do a few little jobs, and then crack on and do my dinner. I tend not to eat until the evening on a Sunday, when I do like a Sunday roast. In fact, what I do 7 nights a week, if I'm cooking rather than having a takeaway, then I cook in the evening. I very rarely cook anything at lunchtime, and if it is, I'll have something like a boiled egg or beans on toast or cheese on toast or whatever. But I very rarely actually do cook at lunchtime, as we know lunchtime, the 12 o'clock, the 1 o'clock, whatever it is. So yeah, I tend to eat a biggish meal of the evening time. An evening to me at this moment in time, at this time of year, is between, I'll be honest, it's between 4 p.m. and 10 p.m. I know you shouldn't eat late, that's what they always say, but I cook when I want to, I eat when I want to, and I've never really had these set times, you know, I've never understood that. My old mum, bless her, she had dinner was at 12 o'clock and tea was at 4 o'clock. And when she was cooking her main, I say tea because they used to have a Sunday tea, because they would eat a Sunday roast at 12 o'clock. And I used to go around there sometimes. She'd invite me round for a meal. And I knew, absolutely knew, that I had to be there about 10 to 12. Because within about 8.5, 9 minutes, she was saying, dinner's ready. She just had it down to a T, bless her. You know, I always think, I don't know if I'm hungry at certain times, or I don't know if I'm thirsty at certain things. She used to make her husband, that idiot bloody husband of hers, she used to make him a milky coffee. I think it was a cappuccino probably, and that was at 5 to 11. Now why 5 to 11? Where did that come from? 5 to 11. And how do you know you're thirsty at 5 to 11? How do you know you fancy a Slurpee at 5 to 11? Or that you want a meal at 12? You know, I have days, for me, I have days where I hardly eat anything at all. And I have other days where I could eat a bloody horse. You know, and I do. Well, not an horse, but I do. I eat and eat and eat. I've been known to cook 2 roast dinners on a Saturday, one for Saturday, one for Sunday, and I'll eat both of them on the Saturday. Oh yes, indeedy. No wonder I'm so bloody fat. Terrible. Anyway, that's let me know what you think about this one. I know it's totally different. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but whatever. Wait in vain. And this one is Matreya's Dance. Okay, and with that, we're off. Because I do need to finish my Slurpee, sort myself out, sort out today. I like to try, if I can, I like to try and have a good old tidy up on a Sunday, unless I've got anybody here. People tend to visit me over the weekend, actually, but that's fine. I mean, I love seeing people, as you know. But yeah, I mean, they sort of come out the weekend, so I don't do the big sort of clean up. I say big clean up. I clean up every day, 10 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes, sometimes an hour. Sometimes I don't bother at all. But on Sunday, I just like to make sure I've done everything. So I change the bedding, I do the washing, whatever. And really all of that takes me about an hour, just over maybe. Depends on what I'm doing. Okay, so we got wind tomorrow, that's Monday, and then we got hear me belly, and then we got a nice week after that. Well, we got a non-windy week, and as far as I'm concerned, that's nice. So those 2 bits will be up on the 27th. I'll be back at some stage, I expect. If you are suffering from seasonal affective disorder, SAD, try and get out. Just try, you know. It does you so good, you know, your heart and soul, gets your blood pumping if you can move a bit, and or if not, even if you're disabled or whatever, could you stand near your back door or sit near your back door? Just breathe some cool air in just for 10 minutes. Do that once a day, every day. Listen to the birds, close your eyes, take some deep breaths. Here's the wind now. And whatever happens, I think it'll be over soon, won't it? I think so. I think this week coming will be a reasonable week for us. And as I say, the clocks go back on, I think it's the 29th, so forward. clocks go forward obviously, so we get a bit more evening time, about time as well. I did notice actually on Friday, either Thursday or Friday, I can't remember, I had a Chinese and they deliver it for me, and they delivered at 5:20 something, and it was the first time in many months that I just opened up the door as I was and paid him and took the change. Normally I turn the outside light on and all the rest of it, so obviously the evenings are starting to get lighter, thankfully. Enjoy your day, enjoy the rest of the weekends, and if this goes up Sunday, if not, this will be Monday, and you'll be there watching me listening to the wind clattering and banging about perhaps. Anyway, things can only get better, and life is good and good gets better. That's what somebody else says. Take care, be well. Ta-da!